Hi, this is Jim from Trek World, and today we're going to take a look at some of the most expensive items ever sold at auction for Star Trek memorabilia. Now, for those longtime viewers of the channel, I want to apologize for the state of my voice at this particular moment. I've had some surgery this week, and healing is going to take some time. So for that reason, I'm going to step back, and we're going to do a slightly different voiceover for the actual information that needs to be shared with you.
We begin with item 10, which sold for $45,500. An original hemp robe and headband as worn by Spock from the production of the film Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Leonard Nimoy wears the white robe and headband throughout most of the film. Next up at auction was an original bridge chair, which sold for $44,450. An original bridge chair is used on the set of the Enterprise during the production of the television series Star Trek. The chair is composed of fiberglass and features a vinyl-covered wooden backing developed by production for usage on the bridge. The base of the chair originates from the Burke shell chair, which has been dyed in a sky blue color and altered to have a tall back. The chair retains its original four legs, which have been painted black. The chair's back features three white triangular surfaces where resin decals would have been applied. Included are three modern reproduction decals that were created to complete the appearance. Next up at auction was an Enterprise prop model, which sold for $44,450. An original gold-tone model of the Enterprise from the production of Star Trek First Contact. The model of the iconic original ship is composed of a metal. This model is displayed on a wooden base with nameplate. The model can be seen in the display case on Captain Picard's wall during an emotional confrontation with Lily as she tries to convince him that staying to fight the Borg would be suicide. Next up at auction was an original Starfleet tunic as worn by James Doohan as Montgomery Scott during the production of the first season of the television series Star Trek, which sold for $50,800. The tunic is composed of a red velour material and includes a double gusset construction on the interior side seams, a cross-weave polyester collar, gold-tone braided trim on the cuffs, and an embroidered gold lame Enterprise Operations insignia chest patch. This tunic remains in good condition, displaying vibrant red in tone. Next up at auction was an original female engineering duty uniform as worn by a member of Starfleet in the television series Star Trek, which sold for $114,300. This uniform features a vintage red velour long-sleeve dress. A reproduction Starfleet emblem is present on the chest, and gold-tone rank badges on the sleeves have been previously removed. A illegible tag is present at the neck of the dress. The outfit features a red painted zipper that begins at the shoulder of the dress. The black collar features an inner structure for support and shape. Next up at auction was the original Deep Space Nine space station filming miniature used during the production of the television series Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which sold for $254,000. The Deep Space Nine space station model is composed of epoxy resin and features an internal metal armature for support. The filming miniature is rigged for illumination with some of the leaded elements currently functioning. This model can be seen in the opening credits of every episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine and throughout the series. The space station was designed by production designer Herman Zimmerman and executive producers Michael Piller and Rick Berman. The model's construction was overseen by visual effects producer Robert Legato and Tony Meininger. More than 1,000 fiber optic strands were added to illuminate the model during production, including custom neon tubing. The model is constructed from roughly 2,000 individual pieces and weighs about 100 pounds. The model is mounted on a cart for transportation purposes. The top of the cart features a black acrylic surface and connects to the metal base mount of the space station.
If you have any videos, photos, or documents that you would like to donate to us, please feel free to send them to jim@trek-world.com or submit them via the web at submit.trek-world.com.
Next up at auction was the original helm and navigation console from the Enterprise used during the production of the television series Star Trek, which sold for $260,000. The console is composed of a wood frame structure with acrylic, resin, electrical wiring, and aluminum components. This is the primary helm and navigation console seen throughout the series, first appearing in the pilot episode The Cage. This console is where the helm officer, typically Lieutenant Sulu, operates the ship's navigational and propulsion systems. The console features a number of switches, light-up elements, and original helm targeting scope. High-quality replica components include an astrogator prop, the red alert beacon, the ship's chronometer, switch arrays, and other screen-accurate components. This console has been previously exhibited at the Smithsonian Institution's Star Trek exhibition in 1992, was sold to Planet Hollywood in 1993, and has been featured in numerous Star Trek exhibitions in recent years. Next up at auction was an original tunic worn by William Shatner as Captain Kirk in the first season of the television series Star Trek, which sold for $455,000. Together with a pair of Starfleet Command bridge trousers, also from the series, this tunic is composed of a burnt yellow velour material and includes a double gusset construction on the interior side seams, a cross-weave polyester collar, gold-tone braided trim on the cuffs, and an embroidered gold lame Enterprise Command insignia chest patch. This tunic remains in good condition, displaying vibrant burnt yellow in tone. On each of the sleeves, original gold-toned braided trim is present, although the top layer distinguishing the rank of captain has deteriorated with age or has been removed. Evidence of this trim is present on both cuffs from discoloration and indentation of the yellow velour material. This tunic was used during the production of the first season of the series, with this style of tunic appearing in the episodes The Corbomite Maneuver, Mudd's Women, The Enemy Within, The Man Trap, The Naked Time, Balance of Terror, and more. Next up at auction was an original hero communicator prop used by William Shatner as Captain Kirk during the television series Star Trek, which sold for $780,000. Created in 1966, this hero version of the communicator is one of only 2 hero communicators created for the show, making it extremely rare and desirable. The hero communicators, known in the collecting community as Alpha and Beta, are distinguished from the other 8 communicators created for the original series because of their moving central Mora pattern dials that were rarely shown in motion on screen. Held by its current owners for nearly 50 years, this communicator, Beta, was thought to be lost until now. The current owners inherited the communicator from a close relative who was a Hollywood prop industry veteran that purportedly acquired it from a former Paramount Pictures employee that worked on early Star Trek productions. No other hero communicator has ever been publicly offered at auction, making this a truly unique opportunity. Next up at auction was an original screen-matched hero phaser prop used by William Shatner as Captain Kirk in the television series Star Trek, which sold for a whopping $910,000. This iconic prop, created in 1966, is one of only 4 hero or practical versions of the phaser used on the show, which feature intricate details and moving parts that were unique to those few props, making it exceedingly rare. This phaser is known in the collecting community as the Finney phaser because it was seen on screen used by actor Richard Webb, who portrayed the character Finney in the Season 1 episode Court Martial. Held by its current owners for nearly 50 years, this phaser was thought to be lost until now. The current owners inherited the phaser from a close relative who was a Hollywood prop industry veteran that purportedly acquired it from a former Paramount Pictures employee that worked on early Star Trek productions.
So now let's get up with the fun stuff, like this, right over here.